Loretta Loretta's a wonderful person who has. She really was responsible for her characters growing.
We have some sad news in the entertainment world. One of the stars from the pioneering hit TV show MASH has died.
Loretta Swit, who played Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan.
On May 30th, 2025, the world of television and entertainment lost one of its brightest stars. Loretta Swit, the iconic actress who brought to life the unforgettable character of Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan on MASH, passed away at the age of 87. Swit died at her home in New York City, reportedly from natural causes. Her death sent shockwaves through the entertainment community, leaving fans, friends, and colleagues heartbroken over the loss of a woman whose talent, grace, and generosity shaped the world of television and beyond. In the wake of Swit's passing, a wave of tributes has poured in from fellow cast members and industry professionals. Alda, who shared a deep and enduring friendship with Swit throughout their time working on MASH, was among the first to publicly mourn her loss. Alda's tribute was particularly poignant, as he broke down in tears while recalling his time working with Swit. Alda, who played the beloved character of Hawkeye Pierce alongside Swit's Major Houlihan, expressed just how deeply her death had affected him, not just as a colleague, but as a friend. Swit's portrayal of Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan is widely regarded as one of the greatest in television history. She was nominated for an Emmy for every season she appeared in on MASH, except for the first season, ultimately winning 2 Emmys for her work on the show. Her character, initially introduced as a one-dimensional sex-obsessed stereotype, was transformed into a complex, multifaceted woman, thanks to Swit's brilliant acting. Loretta fought hard for Margaret's depth, working closely with the writers to ensure the character had more than just a hot lips persona. Alda, in his tribute, spoke at length about Swit's contributions to the show.
The character was known originally as Hot Lips, and I think in the scripts continued to be called Hot Lips, but was called Margaret by the characters. She wasn't a one-joke character anymore, partly because Loretta insisted on writers finding out who this person was.
Acknowledging that it was her work behind the scenes that helped shape her character into someone the audience could truly empathize with. Loretta was a supremely talented actor, Alda wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. She deserved all her 10 Emmy nominations and her 2 wins, but more than acting her part, she created it. She worked hard in showing the writing staff how they could turn the character from a one-joke sexist stereotype into a real person with real feelings and ambitions. Alda continued, "We celebrated the day the script came out, listing her character not as Hot Lips, but as Margaret." Loretta made the most of her time here. Swit's MASH co-stars have spoken about how she wasn't just a brilliant actress, but a deeply kind and caring person who forged lasting friendships both on and off the set. Mike Farrell, who joined the cast in season 4 as Captain BJ Honeycutt, shared his sorrow and admiration for his late friend, posting a tribute on Instagram with a heartfelt message: Loretta, 1937 to 2025. Farrell's tribute was simple yet profound, reflecting the bond that had been forged between the two over the years. Jamie Farr, who portrayed the colorful and often comedic Corporal Maxwell Q. Klinger, also offered his sentiments, saying, "Our dear Loretta was so talented, beautiful, and an exceptional friend. There is a void in my life now, and I shall always have a very special place for her in my heart. May her memory be eternal." Farr, whose relationship with Swit was filled with humor and affection, continued, "The bond we shared on set was more than just professional. We laughed together, cried together, and shared many of the most memorable moments of MASH." Loretta Swit's legacy extends far beyond her portrayal of Margaret Houlihan. While MASH remains the role for which she is best remembered, Swit's career spanned across television, stage, and film. After MASH, she continued to appear in various productions, demonstrating her versatility as an actress. From her film roles in Freebie and The Bean, 1974, to Race with the Devil, 1975, SOB, 1981, and Boardheads, 1998, Swit proved time and again that she was far more than just a TV star. In addition to her television and film work, Swit was a formidable stage actress. Her theatrical performances were well received, showcasing her incredible range and emotional depth, but it was her work on MASH that captured the hearts of millions, creating an indelible impression on popular culture. Her portrayal of Margaret Houlihan became emblematic of strong, multi multi-dimensional female characters in television, forever changing the way women were depicted on screen. Journey Gunderson, the executive director of the National Comedy Center, also weighed in on Swit's impact, saying, "Loretta Swit's portrayal of Margaret Hot Lips' Houlihan was groundbreaking, bringing heart, humor, and strength to one of television comedy's most enduring roles. Her talent extended well beyond that iconic character, with acclaimed work on both stage and screen that showcased her intelligence, versatility, and passion. That legacy endures through the cultural impact of MASH, which is proudly represented in the National Comedy Center." Sweet's portrayal of Margaret Houlihan wasn't just important in the context of MASH, it represented a pivotal moment in television history. Her character broke free from the common stereotypes of women in television, displaying strength, vulnerability, and complexity. She was a woman who had her own dreams, her own personal struggles, and her own flaws, making her one of the most beloved characters in TV history. She was no longer just Hot Lips, she was Margaret, a woman who deserved respect, love, and recognition. In many ways, Sweet's portrayal of Margaret marked a turning point in the representation of women in comedy, especially in the world of television. Her ability to combine humor with depth set her apart from other actresses of her time, making her not just a star, but a role model for generations of women in the industry. As Sweet's colleagues and friends mourn her passing, the emotional weight of her death has been felt deeply, especially by Alda, who has spoken candidly about the grief he feels. Alda, who worked closely with Swit for over a decade on MASH, has always spoken with reverence for her as both a professional and a person. In his tribute, Alda acknowledged not only her immense talent, but also the personal impact she had on him throughout their time together.
And she would have long talks with them, and I'm sure she annoyed them at times, because especially if you have a joke that works, you want to keep doing that joke. The trouble is, if you hit the same note over and over again, not only does the actor get bored, but I think the audience gets bored. And I think I think everybody was able to work toward the woman that was Margaret Houlihan instead of the joke that was Hot Lips Houlihan.
"It's hard to put into words how much Loretta meant to me," Alda said in a statement. "She wasn't just a co-star, she was a dear friend. Losing her feels like losing a part of myself, but I know that her legacy, her kindness, her strength, her brilliance will live on in the hearts of everyone who knew her." A lasting legacy, Loretta Swit may no longer be with us, but her impact will endure. Through her groundbreaking work on MASH, her unforgettable portrayal of Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, and her dedication to her craft, she will forever remain a fixture in the pantheon of great television actresses. Her legacy is one of strength, humor, and profound humanity, making her a beloved figure not just in the entertainment world, but in the hearts of fans everywhere. As we say goodbye to Loretta Swit, we also celebrate her life and the incredible work she left behind. The world of television, and indeed the world at large, is better for having had her in it. May her memory live on, and may we all be as brave, as kind, and as talented as she was. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from us.